Good day, YouTubers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all around the world. Today we're continuing on with the running rigging. I had a little dilemma this morning because I ran out of my normal 75% polyester and 25% cotton. I like using this better than the thread that comes in the kit because this rope doesn't have all that fray fuzziness to it like the kit rope does. It's all pure cotton. So I got a roll of regular kit rope. It's about the same diameter, but it's a little lighter in color. I like to use the light color for running rigging and the dark color for shrouds and standing rigging. So we'll work on trying to use this today. It's not too cumbersome. We've already got two done up there in the middle yard arm according to the plan so far. Is tie off at this point and go up to the top and then come down to a baling pin. So we did that on both sides. And in the same graphic on the screen as that upper section, it wanted us to tie on to the second block in on the yard arm instead of the block. And I'm thinking just now when I was talking about this, I bet you I'm supposed to be up here and over and down and not down here. Maybe later I do it down here, but so instead of taking that off right now, I'm going to just cut and leave that for later. And then I'm going to go check and make sure that it's this yard arm and not that one. Yes, it's that one. This one. The second one, not the third one or the first one. So the tie-off point needs to be next to this block, but not on the block itself. So I'm going to try to get it through that strapping rope that's on there. So this week is a lot of the same thing over and over again, but in different places all over the yard arms and the baling pins. So now we're going to pre-estimate the length and cut. And then instructions wanted us to go through this first block in there. instead of trying to stuff that through there by hand. This needle threader works really good on these blocks. And when it doesn't, I've got another threader that's like a fish tape almost. So I'm thinking I want that on the other side of this foot rope. I'm just eyeballing what it looks like. It's going to get so crowded it won't matter later on. And we definitely want to be on this back side, or I guess you could call it the back side, because and then I'm noticing that the shroud and the ratline ladder there is sort of in the way. So maybe I should come down on the other side of that. Before I go through. And see, when I do that, it's pulling the shroud out. But the position where that block is, it definitely should probably be back there instead. Okay, now we got that one finished. We want to go down to a baling pin. So once I do this one, I'm not going to torture you with too many more of these until later today. But I will show you. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to grab that on the very tip of the tweezers with not too much slack past the baling pin. Go around the bottom of it and then make sure the top coming down is next to the pin you're working on. And do the same thing to get it over the top of the pin. And sort of tugging on it just so it has a memory to stay in position and not go unraveling. Check the top to make sure it looks okay. Then make a loop. That loop has to go upside down so it traps the lead rope coming off the pin there. And then pull it tight. A little dab of super glue. After that dries, we'll cut it off. So you can see there the top one we did, and then this one now. That's why I had to double check this, because it's easy to get this yard arm mixed up with the lower one. So I'll keep chugging away at that. In the meantime, I'll let you update on projects, because I'm swamped with projects. Just finished a addition or a modification to the chicken coop. Because a while back I added another set of egg boxes, 3 egg boxes in there. I think I bought it at G5 or somewhere like that, as it was cheap on sale and it saved me a lot of time building one. So I didn't have access to the egg box from outside the coop like I do the other one. So I went ahead and cut me a door in there yesterday, and I got it pretty much done, except for looking where the dog is. He's up there in the porch. I got it pretty much done, except for a little bit of cleanup work around the edges, make it where it's not so sharp. I need to file and grind these edges a little bit. And I think this will be temporary until I can put one on there like this. It's much more convenient. Tra-la-la boom da, take your dress away. And while you're sitting there, you'll lay an egg. So Big Red likes to lay her eggs in here. That's Big Red right there. And her eggs are big. So just a matter of cutting this out with the tile saw. It cuts that metal just like it cuts tile. And then creating a frame to attach the cutout to. Screw that together. That gives you some beef to screw the hinges to and the hardware. Then I'd add a little bit of wood. I had to add a piece down here and a piece up here with a little offset block so that the door would close and clear. I'm putting that wire in there so the raccoon or possum can't get in, sort of locks it. But they're talking. I just filled up their egg layer feed and gave them some corn and sunflower seeds. Springtime is officially here. I've been having to harvest cherry tomatoes every day. They keep popping up red. And then this week also took all the mulch out of this bed and cut cardboard instead of putting down that hard landscape cloth as a weed barrier, because it doesn't last. You can see a piece of it there. It doesn't last, and it lets sunlight get through it, and if sunlight can get through, weeds will grow. So there's 2 layers of cardboard down underneath all that mulch, and that'll be a lot more user friendly and weed preventive. Well, we did this bed, we did the beds in the back over there, and one of the first beds my wife did was this one here. So I've been helping her, trying to get them all done so we don't have anything else to do. Oh my goodness, there's a nice big old fat blackberry. And we're starting to get some raspberries. I think these are blueberries. I've already harvested a few blueberries off of this one. This one's been here a couple years, maybe more. But those we just planted a few months ago, or a month ago maybe. All 4 of them, 5 of them. I think that's an elderberry. Blackberry, raspberry, blueberry. So springtime is making things grow, and I have to use these tools. Oh, you got a stick. He picked that out of the mulch the other day. But come, you don't want, I'm going to eat that if you don't. Taste it. Good grief. Yeah, he bites into it. He'll start eating it. He probably, I know he gets certain berries in his dog food. But. And then these are grapes we planted a couple months ago. All those green beans never did come up. Them seeds must be bad. Not nary one of them. I know they're getting water because I got heads here that mist down every day for 5 or 10 minutes or something. They keep everything watered. This is the loofah plant my wife is growing. The loofah. These are cucumbers. She's already harvested a bunch of cucumbers off of that. Asparagus, peppers, corn. That bed back there, my dad came over and helped me put the cardboard down in it. What is that cross you say? That's Mufasa. His Royal Highness no longer with us. Well, yeah, he's still there. And another neighbor built a chicken coop. Showed that last week. But uh-oh, somebody's calling my phone. I haven't seen the chickens out. I think they're afraid of that hawk. Well, if bad stuff didn't happen while you were building, it means you weren't doing nothing. Had a failure. Yeah. This baling pin rack broke off of the wall there while I was getting ready to tie another pin. So I got one that jumped out of the hole, and I got two more that I got to tie. So I got to stop and let that dry before I can continue on, because my clamp is in the way. And I think when I get that dried all the way, I might add, I can drill a hole in there, maybe a 1 millimeter drill bit, and put a pin into that wall. I have to see how I can do that. That middle section I could probably drill into. But in the meantime, we're done. Oh my gosh. Just when I thought I was getting somewhere. Well, thanks for watching.